أليكس صحفي وكاتب إنجليزي، مشجع لليفربول ومشجع مخلص جدا لليفربول. أهلا وسهلا فيك مع سبورت 360 عربية. راح نبدأ بحلقة أسئلة معك عن محمد صلاح مع ليفربول في تجربته القصيرة حتى الآن.
It's interesting because I think everyone sort of thought his finishing in Serie A was kind of a critical point for him, and the fact that he's been able to shore that up in the Premier League so quickly has been a surprise. I think it's fair to say as a Liverpool fan there was still a lot of doubts around it, particularly because of the fee, but he quickly eradicated that because his pace, his versatility, and more than anything his composure has really elevated him as to one of the best players in the Premier League. Without a shadow of a doubt, I mean, there's drawn comparisons to Luis Suarez in terms of his impact right now. And although they're totally different in terms of their playing style, I think in terms of his importance to that team, it's very clear, to the point where Liverpool fans now are forgetting about Philippe Coutinho almost. He reminded of his quality last week against in the Chelsea game, but of course, you know, people are talking about Coutinho potentially going in January because of how good Salah's been. So I think that's a testament to how good he is. Well, obviously he's been linked with Real Madrid lately, and it's no surprise to see those sort of links because he is that good. I mean, I think he's shown commitment to this club already, and I would say that he's going to be here for at least another 2 years. People may say otherwise when a club of Real Madrid stature come in for him, but for now I would see him being in the Premier League at least for another 2 years. Although Zaki scored some amazing goals against Liverpool when he played for Wigan, and you know, was a quality finisher, I think Salah's just a different level. I mean, it's a relevant point to make because obviously that he struggled in the Premier League in the past with Chelsea, but as Jurgen Klopp said, he was a boy at Chelsea and now he's a man, and he's really taken on and embraced the role as one of Liverpool's chief creators, one of Liverpool's chief attackers. So no, I don't see him struggling in any way, shape or form. I feel he will continue the form that he showed in November. I mean, I wrote an article last month saying they may as well call it Movember. He was that good, and I can see him only continuing that. He scored 16 goals in all competitions already, beating Coutinho's mark of 14 last year. There's no reason why he won't push through to 20. Well, I mean, when you're talking about player evaluations, I think the way you have to look at it in this market is it's the value of that player to the club. I think Salah to Liverpool is if you're talking massive fees of 150 million euros for Coutinho, I don't see why you don't put Salah in that sort of bracket also. He's that crucial to Liverpool now in terms of the way we play. I think he's pushing north of that easily. As I touched upon earlier, his finishing has been one of the biggest criticisms you've levelled at him, but if you actually look at the statistics, he's actually got a better strike ratio than Harry Kane and Romelu Lukaku. Now, the difference with Salah is that he gets into so many good goal-scoring opportunities. Now, Lukaku and Kane maybe try and shots from outside the area. Well, Salah's movement is so good. He gets some really good clear-cut opportunities. So I would say that's his only area for improvement. It's just he needs to be a little bit more composed. While it's improved since he was with Roma, I would still say that he should score a lot more goals than he already is. So one area for improvement would be his finishing. Not at all. I think his movement is absolutely incredible. I mean, he's not really a winger in the traditional sense. He's more of an inside forward, I would say. He's almost a striker. You know, I think we've gone away with the traditional out-and-out wingers who try and cross the ball into the box. That's not what Salah's about in any way, shape or form. He's about getting into at the back post. But his runs, I mean, for such a diminutive player, for such a small player, he's so intelligent in making those late runs into the box. And I would say, no, it's not just his speed, it's how he uses it. It's his application of that speed rather than just his natural pure speed. You look at someone like Theo Walcott, he's fast, but he's nowhere near as intelligent as someone like Salah. Well, I mean, if he continues in the form that he's in now, you're talking about him potentially being one of the top 5 best players in the world. I mean, you've seen how much Eden Hazard, you know, has really thrived in the Premier League, and you know, consistency is going to be key now. I think Salah's what, 25, 26. You know, he's coming into the peak of his powers now. So, you know, I'm talking he could be the top 5 in that top 5 best player in the world within the next couple of years.